WNBA team evaluations. How much are WNBA teams worth? Not much. If you want to see the Caitlin Clark effect, here it is. Bad team, small market, and they are worth more, the Indiana Fever, than the Los Angeles Sparks, the Dallas, Atlanta, Washington teams, and almost equal to a team in Chicago.
Colin Cowherd pointed out a surprising truth about Caitlin Clark's game. Clark has faced a rough stretch with the Indiana Fever as the team opened the season with 3 straight losses. In each of those games, her plus-minus numbers were in the negative, which quickly fueled headlines questioning her performance. But let's be honest, the Fever weren't losing because of Caitlin. They were already one of the league's weakest teams last season, which is exactly why they earned the top draft pick that ultimately brought Clark to Indiana.
WNBA draft. The Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
That said, she has clearly had to adjust to the jump in competition. Clark has been matched up against some of the WNBA's elite defenders who have pressured her relentlessly and made it tough for her to get comfortable. Her debut showed just how steep that learning curve can be. While she did make history in her first game, it wasn't in the way anyone expected. She set a record for the most turnovers ever in a season opener with 10. The reality is that WNBA players have heard the hype for over a year now about this so-called generational talent arriving and taking over the league. And no team wants to be remembered as the one that let it happen. From the outside, that's where the targeting accusations come in. It can look like opponents are going out of their way to test and even punish Caitlin, especially in moments like Kennedy Carter's flagrant foul.
A foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter, I think that's going to be a flagrant one.
There was also the moment when Angel Reese hit her across the head, adding to the growing sense that Clark was being physically challenged far more aggressively than most rookies.
I feel like I'm watching a little bit like when Tiger Woods, came to the PGA Tour. Suddenly, within a year or 2 or 3, all the golf purses started to explode. It lifted all boats.
While everyone else is focused on analyzing Caitlin's every move on the court, Colin Cowherd offers a perspective that's a bit different from the usual commentary.
In fact, so much so that in 2018, teams moved to smaller arenas. In a city of 10 million people, New York, the Liberty, we're averaging 1,700 people a game. The WNBA Finals this past year got 700,000 viewers, about half.
The Caitlin Clark effect is very real. The term actually dates back to her college days, when her presence caused a huge spike in ticket sales and revenue for the University of Iowa, and even for the schools she visited. Iowa's away games averaged 13,000 fans, more than double the typical attendance for those same schools at non-Iowa games. The effect has carried over to the WNBA as well. Since Clark's arrival, Indiana Fever ticket sales and prices have soared. The average ticket now costs $144, a 133% increase from last year, and the cheapest ticket for the Fever's home opener against the New York Liberty on May 16th was $487. Even tickets for the draft in Brooklyn, New York, sold out in just 15 minutes, according to the WNBA. Colin Cowherd argues that many might be overlooking the most important aspect of Clark's game. He compared her impact to Tiger Woods' arrival on the PGA Tour, when golf purses and attention exploded within a few years, lifting the entire sport. Cowherd suggests Clark's influence is even more remarkable because she isn't just boosting popularity, she's actively helping to save the WNBA. There's some truth to that. The recent Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game became the most-watched WNBA matchup on any network in 23 years.
She may not be good enough to be on the Olympic team, but she is easily the greatest player. Without even playing half a season, she is the greatest player for business in the history of the league, and it's not close.
The last time a WNBA game drew numbers like this, Caitlin Clark hadn't even been born. Cowherd also highlighted that before Clark's arrival, the league was struggling financially, with many teams forced to downsize. In 2018, for example, the New York Liberty were averaging just 1,700 fans per game in a city of 10 million, and the WNBA Finals last year drew only about 700,000 viewers, roughly half of what Clark's debut attracted. This year, the Caitlin Clark effect is in full swing. Her WNBA debut pulled in a record-breaking 2.1 million viewers across ESPN2, ESPN+, and Disney+, making it the most-watched WNBA game in ESPN history. The impact is already influencing venue decisions. The Las Vegas Aces, the reigning champions, are moving their July 2nd game against the Fever to a larger 18,000-seat arena, and the Los Angeles Sparks shifted 3 of their home games, including their May 24th matchup with Indiana, from Long Beach State back to the arena they share with the Lakers. So far, Clark has more than lived up to the hype and delivered on her end of the promise. Caitlin Clark is a true game changer. More people are watching the WNBA than ever before, largely thanks to an exceptional rookie class led by her. That's why many were shocked when she was left off the U.S. Olympic team. It felt like favoritism toward veteran players, leaving the basketball world confused. Historically, icons like Michael Jordan and the Dream Team used the Olympics to expand basketball globally. So many feel the women's organization missed a big opportunity by not including Clark. Despite the early season struggles, Clark has bounced back in a big way. She became the fastest rookie in WNBA history to surpass 100 points and 50 assists and was named Rookie of the Month for May, averaging 17.6 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.1 rebounds per game. While some may argue she's not yet Olympic level, there's no denying her impact off the court. She's already the greatest business asset the league has ever seen. Caitlin Clark is clearly the WNBA's present and future superstar. She may not win a championship or MVP this year, but her games continue to break records, and the most striking part is how she's steadily adjusting to WNBA competition, improving with each matchup.
Right now, the Indiana Fever's worth $90 million, and they've been around for years. These will triple. These will triple within 24 months. The evaluations of these teams will triple.
Clark is not only producing impressive stats, but she's doing so efficiently. Before long, she could easily become both the most profitable and the best player in the league, fulfilling Colin Cowherd's bold predictions. Currently, the Indiana Fever are valued at $90 million, but with Clark's impact, that figure could triple within 24 months. It wouldn't be surprising if she negotiated some ownership rights in her contract, given how much she's boosting the league's popularity. Her influence extends beyond individual performance. She's changing the WNBA as a whole. Before the season, teams mostly flew commercial, with charter flights allowed only under limited circumstances like back-to-back playoff games or the Commissioner's Cup. Recently, the league introduced a new chartering program giving all teams access to private flights. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star on the court. She's a true game changer for the entire league.